Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Adrian and Friends podcast. This is the pilot episode. So happy to be doing this again. It's been a while since I've done any kind of content creating and podcasting. I just started getting back into it last week. Yeah, just happy to be doing this again. This podcast is just going to be basically one-on-one interviews, or maybe I will just pop on here and do an episode on the occasion if I can't get any guests. But yeah, I'm excited to get started. This podcast is going to be kind of different than the other ones. Um, so it's going to be about sports, and I'll be interviewing people in the sports world, and obviously in other avenues too, not just in sports. But I want to mix sports and spirituality. That those are the two biggest things in my life right now, I find. And finding that connection with God again was really good. The last few years I have been, but I made it a New Year's resolution for myself also to get back in touch with my faith and you know, believe in God and believe the journey, and I'm just happy to be doing this again. I kind of went on a bit of a hiatus the last few years. Yeah, or sorry, not last few years. I'm gonna say the last year or so. I was working with a YouTube channel called Habs Tonight, and they unfortunately finished operations last February. So I was kind of having trouble finding what to do next in the content creating world. Kind of hit a brick wall. I guess they call it writer's block. And I just wasn't sure what to do next. So I really took the time to think about it, take a break from it, just spend time with my family and, just reflect on everything. And, I'm happy that, I'm back doing this and I feel more refreshed and I feel like I'm more hungry again, like I was before. I really missed making content. It was something I really loved doing. I feel like still it's a big part of my life. It's a big part of my purpose in life, and yeah, I'm just really happy to be doing this again. Um, you know, this journey, I'm getting back into it. I think God's giving me another shot at this journey. So far, it's been going pretty well. I've made a few videos on my Instagram and my TikTok and on the social medias for this chat, for the Adrian Friends podcast too. Excuse me. And I made of, I'm making a lot of sports spiritual videos, like a lot of NFL athletes thanking God for what they have and where they are in their career and in their life, and something I really enjoyed doing. It's my way of giving back to God and thanking Him for everything, So it's just a big thing for me. And I made a video the other day about Lamar Jackson when he got his MVP trophy, NFL MVP trophy, and he thanked God. And I made a little clip on the socials of this channel, on the Instagram channel. Lamar actually liked the video, so I was very ecstatic about that. Want to give him a quick shout out. He's a great athlete, and I've always been a big fan of him coming into the league. And I wish my Patriots drafted him when they had the chance in 2018. They were pretty much right there. He fell in their lap, but they ended up picking Sony Michel, which who ended up having a very good career. Played 5 years and won two Super Bowls. You can't go wrong with that too. Got to put some respect on his name too. So yeah, like I'm going back to what I was saying earlier, I'm just really happy to be doing this again. And I'm kind of doing it myself. May get help down the road with this project, but for now, I just want to do my own thing. And I appreciate everybody that I've worked with prior to this, doing my other podcasts and other things. But I think God's giving me the chance to do this by myself, and He's really testing me on this. So I really want to pull through for myself, for everybody, for my family, for people that I want people to like my content and things like that. So yeah, I'm really excited. And yeah, another thing too, guys, I don't know if many of you saw, but the NHL All-Star Weekend, I guess you can call it. NHL All-Star Weekend was in Toronto this past month, and one thing that really wanted me to get back into it was, I saw a lot of creators in the hockey world went to the events and were making content and and like part of my language here, but I was like shit, man, like I really want to get back into this. Like I should have been there to do the content and it's I was like, man, I missed out on a good freaking opportunity. I could have really gotten up there, but I just wasn't in the right headspace yet to go back into it. And I that kind of motivated me to get back into it. Some of these creators I knew personally, and I'm happy for them. They're doing big things, right? So it was just something, that I felt like I needed to do, right? And again, like I really missed it, and I'm just happy to be doing this again. And again, along with that hiatus came with a lot of reflecting, watching a lot of different content, how to, make better content. So that's really what I kind of spent a lot of my time doing too. Um, just trying to get out there, trying to get more content, trying to make better content, how to make better content. And that's the biggest thing for me right now is I just want to be on top, right? And and thank God for, yeah, again, giving me this opportunity to do this again. And, I just came back from church today, we went as the family. And that's another thing want to do more is, go to church on Sundays more. We used to go a lot growing up and kind of stopped for a bit. And I was just like thinking, maybe it's time to really go back into it and, just visit God's house and, appreciate everything you have. And, it's only an hour out of your day, out of your Sunday. It's not that bad. I know Sundays are really busy for a lot of people. I mean, traditionally it's supposed to be the day of rest, but I mean, it's Sunday today, and here I am doing podcast, but I'm doing it in God's name, and I'm really happy to be doing this again. So, um, you know, it's just a really good thing, and I've got a lot of guests lined up going into the future. With this podcast, starting to get connected again, build my list. I always have a list of people I want to interview. We might have somebody coming soon. He's a good friend of mine, and I've interviewed him a few times. And he's a good friend of mine. He's been a big role model of mine for the last, I'd say, 3, 4 years, and he's done a lot for me, to giving me a lot of opportunity in the hockey world, building connections and things like that. So hopefully I can get in touch with him soon and we can get that going. But it's been great for a while. This winter, I won't lie to you guys, and I don't really, kind of keep quiet about my life in this way. But I've been dealing with a lot of what's the word? Like person, my own demon. It's been a tough winter. I feel like, like again, seasonal depression, I guess you can call it. It's just been hitting, it really been hitting me like a bag of rocks. But um, I'd say it's been getting better the last few weeks because, I got this motivation to get back into the things I love like this. And I think part of that came with reflection, of get back into this, like this is what I love doing. Um, I know it was something I maybe should have done earlier. Again, I missed out on some opportunities potentially, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with taking the time to reflect and just reset. This is how I feel like it's been like almost like a reset. And I needed it. Honestly, I needed it. I didn't know what to do next, and it really just helped me out to get to this point, and have faith in myself, believe in God, have faith in the journey. And that's another thing too. People got to understand. I've said this before, and I'm gonna say this again, but you know, a lot of us, people my age, maybe younger, maybe we're not, maybe we're not where we want to be right now, in term, maybe financially, career wise, maybe you want to have a family, you want to get married, have kids, or whatever that goal of yours is. You will get there. For everyone that's maybe has that kind of mindset where they're not happy, and because they're not where they want to be. I will say this, like like appreciate the journey, because you will one day look back and you will appreciate how much maybe you struggled, or how much work you put in. Maybe you put a couple extra hours in at the office, or or if you're content creator, you may, put in a couple extra hours making those videos or things like that, and you'll appreciate the journey later on. Another thing is too is don't put off your happiness because you don't have your dream car, or you're not where you want to be financially, or things like that. Like, don't put off your happiness because you're not where you want to be, because you won't be a happy person when you have those things. You may necessarily not be a happy person when you have those things, right? Because you're used to being in that mindset, right? So try to, try to be happy, be, keep good people around you. That's the biggest thing too. One thing I've really learned in the last 5, 10 years, I'd say, guys, is if you have good people in your corner, anything's possible. If you have good friends, you have good family, you have a good support system, you can do whatever you want in this world. And it's good to have people that like care about you and support your goals, support your dreams, things like that. And I think that's such an important thing to being successful. Like, I mean, there's people that have done it without a good support system, but I think having good people in your corner that believe in you is definitely the confidence boost that a lot of people get. You know, another thing is too is you just get up in the morning and do what you have to do. And one thing I remember, and I always remember, like, gotta get up in the morning, if you're going to work or whatever it is you do, you know, and remember who this is for. Remember who you're doing this for. Remember who you're waking up for every morning. It could be for yourself. It should be for yourself first, but also remember, think about your family. Think about maybe your future kids, or if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a partner, um, just think of you're doing it for them, right? And you're doing it for the future of you both. And you have to remember what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. Everything's a process. I always say this, everything's a process. Um, some people, and another thing is too, guys, like there's people in their 40s that still don't have their shit straight. Pardon my language, but don't have their shit straight, people in their 50s that still don't know what they wanted in life, right? They just did what they had to do to get by. Um, just work towards what you want to do. You have talent and skill. Work ethic is a big thing. Obviously, if you have work ethic, you can do it. But having skill is definitely something that will get you there too. I was reading up this story actually. I think it was on Twitter actually yesterday. I was scrolling through my phone, and I saw the story about Zach Hyman. It was kind of just briefly reading it, and it was talking about how he was playing when he was playing hockey when he was younger. I think when he was about like 9 years old or something like that. And it was something along the lines of the team was really stacked. They might have had, like, again, a bunch of future NHLers on this team. I think like I saw names like Devontae Smith, Pelly. Um, man, there was just a bunch. I think it was were some of the names. Wish I knew. I'm sorry, but um, again, and Zach apparently wasn't really the most skilled player on the team, right? Um, Compared to these other players, these future NHL prospects, right, on this team. And apparently, Zach just came to practice every day, worked his tail off, showed the coaches what he can do. And, he's never had that, he's never had that give up mindset. He's that kind of player. And look where he is now. Has a great contract. He's playing great hockey with the Oilers. He's going to be 30 to 40 goal scorer this year. So that's just something to tell you too. Like, yes, you need skill, but also your work ethic. If your work ethic is good, the skill can come with it. down the road if there's potential, you know? And look what he did. He didn't, you know, feel sorry for himself, and he just kept doing what he was doing, and the rest is you know, history. And look at him now. He has have a great career. He's a hell of a hockey player, and I like him very much. Yeah, and he'd be a guy I'd love to interview on this show one day if given the opportunity, if it were to happen. But yeah, so that's just it's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, never give up on your dreams, guys. Always remember what you're getting. Again, always remember what you're getting up in the morning for. What you're fighting for every day, what you're competing for every day. You have to remember who it's for. It should be for yourself first, but also think about everyone else that's in your corner too. Anyways, guys, I don't want to make this too long, but again, thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching, guys. It's yeah, thank you for doing this. Thank you everybody for watching. Sorry. Um, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Check out our socials on Instagram and TikTok. I haven't really paid attention to Twitter much, or X now they call it. Still Twitter in my mind, but uh, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy this. There's gonna be lots more content coming. Be keep an eye out on our socials. Keep an eye out on our YouTube channel. Here we'll have some episodes coming. We're gonna have hopefully have some good interviews coming down the road. And yeah, so remember, guys, just remember what believe in yourself. Remember what you're fighting for, and just keep going. And thank you, and have a great week, everybody.